On today's Solo Sunday News, Seth Rollins injured at WWE Saturday Night's main event. Adam Cole is stepping away from the ring due to health issues. Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin return at AEW All In. And there's an update on Kelly's evolution status for later today. Hello and welcome to WhatCulture Wrestling, the Solo Sunday News. Myself, Andrew Ballard. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I hope your weekend is going as well as possible. Me, I had some delightful steak and seafood last night at a lovely local place called Lisbon Tapas. Then obviously had a whole bunch of pro wrestling to devour. So let's get into it. And to be frank, it's not exactly positive, great news to start things off with today. Yes, for those who watched Saturday night's main event yesterday, WWE's Seth Rollins unfortunately suffered what appears to be a knee injury. Of course, Rollins was facing off against LA Knight last night, and this injury came when Seth went for a springboard moonsault, a lion salt, whatever you want to call it, where he springboarded towards Knight with the intention to be for Seth to land on his feet, which he did briefly before dropping to the mat after injuring his right knee. With that, the match didn't last much longer, with LA Knight hitting the BFT to get the 1, 2, 3. In an update on all of this, the likes of Fightful Select and PW Insider report that yes, unfortunately, this injury it is indeed a legitimate one. And for those wondering, it's also an injury that caused the match result to be changed, as in Seth Rollins was scheduled to win last night, but an audible was called once it became apparent that Seth was legitimately hurt, meaning LA Knight instead got that W. There's no word yet on the specifics of this injury, the severity of this injury, how long Seth could be out for, but obviously it goes without saying that this is a massive blow. Seth being, he's one of WWE's biggest stars right now. It's one of its most dependable MVPs of the past few years. And currently the top heel on the Raw brand alongside his faction with Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. And also Seth is Mr. Money in the Bank. Previously, there'd been rumors and rumblings that we could maybe get Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam next month. Maybe something else with CM Punk. And maybe that Seth would be cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase sooner rather than later. But all of that, it's one of those where that sort of stuff just pales into insignificance right now, though, with the most important thing being the health of Seth Rollins. I mean, here's hoping that Seth isn't out of the ring for too long. And from all of us here at What Culture Wrestling, here's to a full and swift recovery. Sticking with the not-so-great news theme is the news that Adam Cole is having to take a step back from the ring. Now, Adam Cole was originally due to defend his TNT title against Kyle Fletcher at All In yesterday. That match, unfortunately, did not take place due to some health issues for Adam. This was actually announced ahead of time by Tony Khan. So Adam, he got to come out to the Texas crowd, gave a very heartfelt, emotional speech, letting everyone know that he's unable to compete, that he's having to step away from the ring. And sadly, he does not know when or if he'll ever be able to wrestle again. Cole said he's not in the right place to talk about retirement right now, but yeah, man, it was a rough one. Adam obviously very emotional as his career sounds to be very much in jeopardy right now. I mean, it's not something you want to speculate on at all, but just the words that Adam Cole used, his demeanor, the fact that, as he said, he doesn't really want to talk about retirement right now. But it's a very sad situation. I mean, he was also joined in the ring by Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy Strong, the three of them sharing an emotional embrace. And there's been an outpouring of love and support on social media since then. I mean, from people like Christopher Daniels, Britt Baker, WWE names like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, I saw their comments, all just sharing their support for someone who's regularly referred to as one of the nicest people in the business. I mean, if you've ever seen clips of his streams or just seen him in like media interviews, Adam Cole, Austin Jenkins just seems like a good dude. Just seems like a really, really good dude. I mean, it's just a very sad situation. In the post All In media scrum, Tony Khan explained that Cole had come to him the night before All In to say that he wasn't feeling well, and the decision was then made to give him some time off and strip him of the TNT title. So yeah, much like Seth Rollins, again, nothing but well wishes for Adam Cole, and here's hoping that he's able to recover from whatever's going on with his health, and that he's able to lace them up again at some point down the line. I guess more importantly, though, I mean, some things are bigger than wrestling, and yes, it would be great to see Adam Cole wrestle again, be back full-time, go on some fantastic run. But more importantly right now, here's hoping just that the guy's able to live his day-to-day life, get his health back, and see what comes, what develops. And for those wondering, the vacated TNT title, that was competed for in a four-way match featuring Kyle Fletcher, Daniel Garcia, Sammy Guevara, and Dustin Rhodes. And to the surprise of some, it was Dustin, the natural, walking away with the win as a new TNT champion. Yes, that adds to Dustin already has. He's one third of the ROH Trios champions. He's also one half of the ROH Tag Team champions. So yeah, Dustin 3 belts, which Yeah, you love to see it, man. A lot of love here for Dustin Rhodes. Going back to the first time I saw him back in the early WCW days as a proper worker. I mean, obviously before that there was his stuff he did with Dusty in WF briefly with Ted DiBiase. But yes, while Dustin walked out of Texas as your new TNT champion, a couple of people who walked into AEW for the first time in a little while were Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin. Yes, who both got physical in the main event. That'd be Jon Moxley versus Adam Page under Texas Death rules. Of course, Texas Death basically means all bets are off, interference is open, there's nothing stopping other people from getting involved, weapons, etc., etc. Basically, it's a standard AEW match, some would say. But I would digress. So it was no surprise to see the Death Riders get involved in this one. And Gabe Kidd as well, for that matter, and the Young Bucks, and Swerve Strickland, and Prince Nana, and Will Ospreay. But most interesting was the appearance of Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin. I mean, at one point we had a Darby video package play that was when Moxley was about to strangle Hangman with a plastic bag. The video plays of Darby up Mount Everest. Yes, he cut a promo from Mount Everest, man. Gotta love the dedication there. He promised basically to take everything from Jon Moxley. And with that, a fella in a Blue Panther mask appeared in the ring, hit a Busaiku knee on Wheeler Yuta. A masked reveal, yes, Bryan Danielson, marking the first time Danielson has properly got physical in a fair old while. I mean, hitting his yes kicks, hitting a dive to the outside, and then Darby Allin descended from the roof of Globe Life Field. Yes, landed on the apron, hit a coffin drop on the outside onto a bunch of the heels. So Darby Allin is, as expected, back, and Bryan Danielson, I mean, who knows? But it certainly looks like Bryan Danielson is able to compete if you're just basing that on the physicality seen from the American Dragon at All In. So fingers crossed, man. You're telling me there's a chance. And these were just the tip of the iceberg as well for All In returns or surprises. I mean, Juice Robinson was back and clean shaven. The Guns were back as well. Shuri, Alex Windsor, they were surprise entrants in the Women's Casino Gauntlet. Cope was back. The former Edge, Adam Copeland, was back to help out Christian Cage. What did he say? Go find yourself? Yeah, it's a nice little callback to the other F word that they both used to themselves. But yeah, the American Dragon, oh man, that is always guaranteed to get my attention and put a smile on my face. But as for my attention for later today, that is on Evolution later this evening, a premium live event that, yeah, some of the build has been wonky, just to say the least, and felt very, very rushed. But on paper, it's a show that looks really, really good, man. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, just take my money. That is guaranteed to be an absolute banger. Anyway, while anticipation is high for various surprise appearances from legends of yesterday and maybe new faces, one person who seemingly will not be at Evolution is Kelly Kelly. Yes, according to Kelly herself, she's declined an offer to appear at Evolution. This came from Kelly Kelly responding to a fan on X, saying that she declined an offer to be at Evolution, with that offer being to be in the crowd for the event, not to wrestle, no battle royal appearance, anything like that. As Kelly put it, she was honoured to be asked, but she didn't feel being shown in the crowd was the right way to come back, noting that she'll be back in WWE when the time is right. I mean, Kelly Kelly was a part of the first Evolution back in, 2018. She was a part of the 20-woman battle royal at that point. There was legends in there like Ivory. Ivory's so underrated, man. Ivory was in there, Molly Holly, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, people like that, Tori Wilson, I believe, as well. And Kelly Kelly was one of those names of yesteryear who was in that battle royal. But yeah, if Kelly's to be believed, she will not be involved with Evolution 2 later today in any capacity. Of course, this could well be a work, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, for example, Michelle McCool recently said that she's had zero contact from WWE about Evolution, which I do not believe for one single second. So will Kelly Kelly be at Evolution? Seemingly not, but we'll see. And with that brings today's news to an end. This has been WhatCulture Wrestling, the solo Sunday news. Myself, Andrew Pollard. Be well, stay safe, of course, and I will catch you next weekend.